So here's a problem which seems to plague a lot of Mk1 Audi TT owners, myself included, and that is the lids on the rear storage compartments which conceal the first aid kit and the CD multi-changer. Develop a problem where the clips break and then the lids are constantly flipping open as they're sprung loaded on the hinge. So in this video we're going to try and see if we can actually repair these. Fortunately, I've got most of the bits. I've lost one of the springs, but I'm sure I can find a replacement, and we're going to try and see if we can actually repair these. Now, I've seen some people online who have been using things like magnets and stuff to try and keep them shut, but I'm going to see if I can actually repair this. Now, I've got a spare one here, which is quite interesting because it actually has part of the original piece here. It's snapped off on the other side, but this, if you can see it, as it slides up and down, effectively it stops the clips popping out. So these bits are important, and also, as you can see here, there's like a flap there that is used for when this thing slides down to keep it all in place. So as you can see, so if we take that off and then actually remove it, you can kind of see, oops, just better not break that completely. So you can kind of see here that what we need to try and replicate. So you can see on this side this is already broken off, but it still has the little lip that sits up here, which basically stops this thing popping out when it's under the tension. On this one, for example, you can see that it has the guide for the clip, but the outer bits have completely gone. So what I'm thinking is basically grinding these flat, and then I'm going to fabricate essentially a replacement part which looks similar to this. I might see if I can make it slightly more stronger than this one, and then see if we can actually sort of glue that in position to allow this to work again. Just on the other side, which is the one for the first aid kit, again you can see it's broken off on this side, and there's only part of it left to stop it popping out. So yeah, I'm going to take some measurements now and see if we can fabricate this part, and then I'm going to use my 3D printer to essentially try and recreate this, and then see if we can glue these down and get this working. So yeah, let's crack on with that. So here are the parts that I came up with, and basically it just replaces the broken off pieces that are holding the latch in place. So basically the latch slides up and down on the top here. It just has these bits on the end just to prevent it from popping out when it's tensioned with the spring. And then the cover goes over the top and clips underneath here. So yeah, I'm going to probably print these at superfine, which is a 0.12 on the printer, and then have them standing up on this face here. So yeah, let's go and do that now and see how they fit. Right, so the parts have now been printed out, and I did 2 sets, and as you can see they're tiny. I've just used the miniature file set that I've got just to file off some of the edges, just to kind of smooth these out a bit, and yeah, so they should be ready to go. I've also, on the lids as well, I've also removed the leftovers that were still attached to the lid. I just used my trusty snips, and then I used this flat blade just to flatten this the best I could, and then I've roughed it up a bit with a file just so when we come to glue it, then hopefully it will stick a bit better. So what I'm thinking is, now that I've taken that off, is that I'm probably going to, as you can see on this one, attempt to glue it into this cover piece so that I can make sure that these two things are aligned properly, and then I'll probably use the actual catch here just to keep it in place for now, and hopefully not glue that as well. So yeah, I'm going to basically stick these two in, and then once that's all done, then we can take the complete piece, and then what I'm probably going to do then is put some glue on these points here, and then as I reassemble it, just glue the whole thing together like that, and I don't think I'm going to need to dismantle it. The glue I've decided to use, and this was recommended, was this Loctite super glue, all plastics, and it's a bit different to the normal super glue because it has this activator that you need to apply first onto the surfaces, leave for a bit, and then you actually apply a few drops of this, and apparently it seems to bond much better. So yeah, this can be picked up in DIY stores like B&Q and Homebase here in the UK. It costs about £5. So yeah, hopefully that will give a nice strong bond and get us to stick this back together. So right, we're going to crack on with this, and I'm going to glue this together first, and then we'll come back and have a look. Okay, so these are now glued into position. I've just used two cotton buds cut in half just to hold the pieces in place while I wait for the glue to dry, which according to the packet is going to take about 10 minutes. So yeah, let's come back once that's done, and then we can try and stick it to the lid. Right, so the glue's now had enough time to dry, and now I'm ready for the reassembly. Now I've only got one spring, so in order to replace it, I raided a load of ballpoint pens, and I've got an assortment of springs that I can choose from, and I'm just going to basically pick one of these. Probably this one probably looks the closest, and yeah, hopefully that'll just work as a replacement. So yeah, so now that's all done. I've already roughed up the sides of the cover, so when I glue this down, then hopefully it will give a nice strong bond. So yeah, let's crack on with that and come back when it's back together. So I've now glued the clips back onto the lids and just used these clamps to hold it in place, and I'm going to leave these to dry overnight just to give the glue enough time to do its job. And yeah, then tomorrow we'll try refitting these back on the car. Okay, so here's the lids now installed, and they seem to be working as they should. We look at the other side, and as you can see, it's all back to normal. The only thing I would just add is, in order to remove these, you take these covers off, and they kind of clip onto here. So you unclip them, and then you can undo the screws. I actually did this repair with the panels off because I was fixing the rear speakers, which is in another video. But it's probably doable with this, but obviously with these being sprung loaded, it might make it a bit more of a challenge. But yeah, so shows that it is possible to repair these clips. So I'll put the link to the 3D files in the description, and I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching.